Download the free demo on Nintendo eShop.
This is next week.
Help prove your dessert of choice is the best on July 15th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time, 1 week before the game launches.
Hey guys, it's DWFrozen here, and welcome to Splatoon 2 Direct Reaction for the 6th of July. Slightly different. Actually, I don't know if reactions are that different anymore. Quality maybe slightly lower. I'm using an internal microphone because I got home, wanted to watch it after school. I missed it live, but this is my first-hand reaction. Let's actually get into it.
These Squid Research Lab have returned to present our latest findings. So, buckle up and keep your tentacles inside the vehicle at all times. It's been 2 years since that fateful day when the inkling squid species hooked me with its amazing abilities. To shoot ink in humanoid form and to swim through ink in squid form.
Yes.
From these goopy
depths,
a radical squid culture has emerged. Inklings have developed a taste for combat and competition, not to mention fashion. The ceremonial
I think fashion is a huge aspect of this version compared to the other version, Splatoon. Yeah, Splatoon. Let's just call it a Splatoon original. It's about turf war. This one's fashion, everything.
Here in Inkopolis Square, Inklings prepare for ritualistic face splatting by equipping gear and weaponry. But it's not all doom and gloom. All squid gear is designed for both function and fashion. In fact, everything about Inkopolis lends to its reputation as the foremost happening place in the world.
Inkopolis, yeah. Don't know why. For some reason, it reminds me of Zootropolis.
But so is individual expression. Nice shoes.
I love the music.
Like other cephalopods, Inklings can even choose their skin and eye color. But unlike regular squids, they have custom hairstyles and leg wear too.
Yes.
The various clothing and shoes the squids are wearing is actually called gear and has important roles in these battles too.
So, do you have special abilities?
Both looking good and good abilities are needed to be fashionable. Let's take a look at some gear. It takes more than style to win a turf war. Luckily, the Galleria, over on the left, houses a row of popular gear and weapon shops.
Okay.
Each item you acquire here has one or more abilities that should prove effective in battle. So, let's take a look inside, shall we?
Is it going to be more effective than the original Splatoon? I hope so.
This is the headwear shop. Headspace. Got fashion on the brain? So does Flo. From hats to glasses, this sea slug carries it all. Though I must say, she's a bit of an odd one. Inklings like to think of her as their crazy old aunt.
So, it's a similar thing to the original one. How there would be, you could describe across all of the shops, except it all seems to be in one big shopping mall, I suppose you could call it.
His strange manner of speaking aside, the young squids of Inkopolis are crazy.
They should add voice acting. I think so. It probably would.
Next up, the shoe shop, Shella Fresh. They have all kinds of footwear here. Sneakers, sandals, boots, you name it. And might I add that Bisque is the least crabby spider crab I've ever met.
Okay.
He's got an air of experience, and he's a pretty chill guy to boot. Last but not least, let's hit
hello. Let me guess you. Yeah, he's like the most energetic. One cool thing is that they've all got their own like different personalities. They're not just like boring people behind the counter.
If only you could tune out his weapon dissertations with the press of a button. Well,
I
now
mean,
you
it's
can.
probably quite exciting
Sheldon's
to
really
work in
outdone
a
himself.
weapons
I can't
shop.
wait to study these weapons in greater detail. To start, weapons come in sets of 3.
Okay.
A main weapon, a sub-weapon, and a special weapon.
Okay. Was it in the last one? I
Let's
can't
examine some
remember.
main weapons first.
I haven't played
Your
the
standard
original
shooters
for a
are great
while.
for both splatting opponents and inking turf. There are many different types of shooters to choose from. Rollers are adept at inking turf quickly and devastating at close range. They can steamroll opponents while rolling along the ground, or they can fling a wall of ink to keep opponents at bay. Chargers are long-range weapons well suited for sniping distant foes. They have a long and narrow ink trajectory,
This one,
which is ideal
I
for
don't
creating
really
ink lanes
like
that your
it. It
team
doesn't
can quickly swim through.
cover
But they're
enough,
generally
and
pretty slow at inking
I'm
turf.
generally I just
Splatling
cover as
cannons like
much as
charges
possible
have
and
to be
keep
charged up before
myself
unleashing a
alive.
torrent of ink.
That's my
What a
strategy.
torrent it is. They're slow though, and the long charging time leaves you vulnerable. Sloshers may be a rather unconventional weapon type, but there's no arguing with a full bucket of ink to the face. Blasters shoot out a ball of ink that explodes on impact or in midair. It's great for spotting opponents hiding behind corners.
So this is war gameplay footage. I don't think this is.
You may want to shop around before you settle down.
No, it doesn't. But you could see some of the
Some
menus.
have extra functionality that was not present in the
Look,
first game.
there's pause
Chargers now
and
let you keep your
change
charge while swimming
weapon.
around in
So
ink.
put it traditional.
Rollers can be swung vertically to increase your range.
Oh, I
And new dualies
don't
let you
think that
dodge
was
roll.
available in the
You can see,
original.
some weapons open up some interesting maneuvers. But what good is R&D without the development parts? Introducing the Clash Blaster.
Clash Blaster.
It has short range, but its high firing rate and explosive tendencies keep the enemy at bay. Introducing the Flingza Roller. Its horizontal swings are fast, and though its vertical swings take longer, they fling ink further too. Believe it or not, the roller changes shape depending on how you swing it. I wonder if shapeshifting has a special significance to inklings. Introducing the GoTuber. This one is special.
GoTuber, YouTuber, Illuminati confirmed.
And as a
I
result,
say
you can
not.
move to a better location while powered up and unleash a mighty sneak attack. Ka-chow! Introducing the Dapple Dualies. Even for a pair of dualies, these things are incredibly light in weight. That way you spend less time dodge rolling and more time winning.
Yes, win.
But what about sub-weapons?
Okay.
In addition to spreading ink and attacking, sub-weapons provide other abilities that help with
Alright,
quick
they
defense.
do have these in the original Splatoon.
Some are
Yes.
really making waves with inklings. For instance, the Autobomb locates and hunts down enemies.
Can you just run
The aptly
away?
named Toxic Mist can be thrown at enemies, surrounding them in a harmful gas. And that's just the beginning. New sub-weapons are currently in development. A plethora of unexpected tactics are possible when you mix and match your weapon combinations. So try them out.
What
and
I
find what
like
works for
is
you.
hiding in the ink, so when an enemy sees me, I just
Now for the
hide.
all-new special
when I
weapons.
surprise
And
them.
by all new, I do mean all of them are new. As veterans know, you have to cover turf to fill up your gauge, or no special weapon for you. Additionally, when another player's special gauge is full, their UI icon will glow, giving you more information on which to act.
So you could see what others are using.
Lock onto enemies
Okay.
and fire multiple projectiles.
I don't think that was available before.
Through the air and launch explosive blobs of ink at
Actually,
the
I
enemy
might
team.
have, yeah, but I think it was.
The Stingray fires high-pressure ink
I haven't
that can
played the
somehow
original
shoot
for a
through walls.
while.
The splashdown clears out enemies by causing an explosion after you dive down to the ground from the air.
Dead. Second. Actually,
Inkstorm is always
special
making your brain
weapons I don't think it was available. There was weapons and sub-weapons in the original.
Ink armor increases the defense of all your allies for a set period of time, completely negating the damage from a single attack, no matter how strong. And finally, the baller puts you in a giant, explosive hamster ball that will roll you wherever you want.
That's pretty cool, actually. I think that's something which I'll definitely use.
So far, we've examined Inkling gear, weapons, and the strengths and weaknesses inherent to each of them. It's important to choose the right ones to take into battle for the stage and mode you've selected.
Yes.
Speaking of modes.
Yep, Turf War, one of my favorites actually.
No matter how many times you get splattered, if you ink the most turf, victory is yours. It really pays to cover up enemy ink. It not only adds to your coverage, it reduces theirs and restricts their movement around the stage. Inklings will do battle anywhere. City streets, a sports club, an academy,
Okay.
a concert, a racetrack, and so on.
Yes.
I certainly hope so, because these stages are
They
riddled with hazards,
definitely
such as this
take
ship.
it way too far.
Either use them to your advantage or get splatted. It's your move.
Imagine if it was like in
addition
a
to turf,
real life
serious
world.
squids can experience the thrills of ranked battle.
Hmm.
There are 3 modes that rotate every 2 hours. Splat zones. Fight for control of the splat zones placed on the stage. The team that maintains control of them longest reigns supreme. Tower control. Fight for control of a tower that moves on rails when you're standing on it.
Oh yes,
Fight it all the
I'm
way to
not
the goal in
very
the other
good
team's
at
area to
it.
win. The tower will
I mean,
stop at key checkpoints,
yeah, I think that
resulting in
one
fierce
is in
battles
the
for
original
possession.
Splatoon.
Rainmaker. The team that carries the Rainmaker to the goal in the other team's area will be declared the winner. The Rainmaker
Yes,
itself is a weapon
winner.
that can fire powerful charge shots, pushing your team forward while protecting the Rainmaker.
This is also Splatoon is a very competitive game. I have to say, Nintendo's releasing all of the competitive games in the summer. ARMS, Pokken Tournament,
As you win ranked
Splatoon
battles,
2.
your rank will increase.
Some of them
This will
are
result in
obviously
being matched
Pokken
with
Tournaments
players
from the
of a similar skill
Pokemon
level
Company
in
or the
future
Game
ranked
Freak.
battles. This time around, you'll have a separate rank for each mode.
Okay.
Prove you can out-ink the competition.
Oh, there are lots
of
of professionals there, level 17s.
League battles allow you to form
When
a
I get
team
this
with
at
friends,
launch,
fight alongside
all we're
them,
going to be playing
and
with a
battle your
bunch
way
of
to the top of the
people who
charts.
are on
You
level
can enlist one other friend
5s.
to form a pair,
Don't know,
and
depends how
connect
much
with
time
another
they've
pair,
had.
or connect with 3
I
friends
dare to
form
play
a
with the
four-split team.
Australians. They've had
League battles
plenty
play
of
out as
times
ranked
to
battles
bring
over
up
a
their
2-hour period,
reputation.
or until the stages change. Your score is based on your wins and losses during that period. If you play well, you can receive an in-game medal to commemorate your awesomeness.
Okay.
Now,
Dahlia.
well, if it isn't merch, the sea urchin. Talk to this guy and take your gear from fresh to freshest. Depending on the ability, you could reduce your ink consumption or move a bit faster.
So you could change
gear
the
have different kinds of
ability.
abilities.
Okay. It's useful.
Some for headwear, some for clothing, and even shoes. Let's see, I have a number of trendy gear abilities listed here. First up, Thermal Ink. This ability allows you to track distant players that you've hit with your main weapon. The Object Shredder ability increases damage dealt to all non-player targets.
Oh, so it cuts through easier.
Respawn time if you get splatted repeatedly without splatting anyone yourself.
Get a quick respawn.
On the flip side, Respawn Punisher increases respawn time and the special gauge spawn penalty for you and any player who splats you.
Respawn Punisher. What does this mean?
And the drop roller lets you tilt the left stick during the super jump to perform a forward or sideways roll when you land. Want to know what you're up against? Check out the other player's gear on the map screen.
Oh, so
Gear abilities present
that
many unique
might
challenges,
be
so it pays to
useful.
study not only your gear, but the competitions as well. Remember,
Lots of
merge
gear.
can add or remove gear abilities. Now, for the job everyone's been talking about. I have some new information that I'm happy to share.
Okay.
The job description says it's easy
New
work with good pay.
information.
Work
Good.
together as a team of 4 to splat salmonids and collect their power eggs. Apparently, this is the place that's hiring. Looks kind of shady if you ask me. They're not always hiring, though. They're only open when the salmonids are on the move. Let's see. I pulled some strings and got a hold of this manual.
Ooh.
It's all about salmonids, which I'm all about studying. It sure helped out back at the lab, especially when studying dangerous boss salmonids. Ah, the steel eel. These salmonids block your path with their long bodies and lay down ink wherever they go. Flyfish use jetpacks to hover while firing squid-seeking missiles.
Okay.
The
So
steelhead.
we've seen the salmon one.
This
We
behemoth
did
fills bombs
get
on its head with
a
toxic ink and then throws them at
like
targets.
what direct? Yeah, I think it was
I'm afraid
the
that's not all. Other
the
undiscovered
direct,
species of boss
which was
salmonids
at
lurk
like
in the depths.
11 p.m. at night.
Science changes with the tide, and so too does the water level. Stay on guard when fog hits.
Dangerous.
Salmonids
So
will
it's like
attack
a
from all sides. As night
boss
comes, ferocious
battle
salmonids will
idea
rush
sort
you
of
with
thing.
incredible speed.
I swear that's like Mario Kart or Legend of Zelda music. Not Breath of the Wild. That's a very not as traditional when it comes to music.
Next, I'll detail a new service in Splatoon 2 that will help you stay in touch with Inkopolis, even when you're not near your console.
Okay, online services.
Say hello to
Great.
Splatnet 2, a
What?
service that puts information such as stage schedules, gear, and stats at your fingertips.
Okay.
In Splatnet 2, you can view detailed results for your last 50 battles.
That
and
is
get an in-depth look at the
pretty
weapons and gear
cool.
wielded by the players in those battles.
Please be built
You can also look
into
at your win
the
rates for specific modes and
Nintendo
stages,
Switch app
helping you
though.
to analyze
I
and improve your
really
game.
hope it is.
You can
Not like a
also view your
separate app.
lifetime inkage, a feature that shows you how much turf you've inked compared to real-world places.
Wow.
And for you gearheads
That
out
is
there,
clever.
there's also a separate Splatnet shop that allows you to send gear to merch in Inkopolis Square. He'll keep it in the back for you.
So I could be at the bus stop and I want to purchase something quickly.
Splatnet 2 will be available to you
Sneak
via
peek,
a
yes!
device app called Nintendo Switch
Thought so.
Online.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch Online app allows you to invite other players who also have the game to join private battles,
Yes.
league battles, Splatfest battles, and
Looks
communicate with those
very
players using voice
clean.
chat. When using voice chat, you'll automatically be
'Kay.
split into your in-game teams, so you can talk specifically to teammates. Give it a go.
Can you talk on the console? Please. This is
You seem pretty fresh, as Inklings say, so I
No.
feel you should be in the know. Check out this
guess
equipment.
no.
Here you can set the control sensitivity separately for TV and handheld mode. And there's also a handy sort feature. Next on my list is amiibo figures. You can save your control settings, gear, and weapon loadout, and nickname to any Splatoon amiibo. Then you
Wow.
just tap that amiibo on any Nintendo Switch console.
Just like the
to instantly use those
original.
settings. What's more, you can also get exclusive gear from Amiibo, or strike a pose and snap a photo with them. Brand new Splatoon 2 Series Amiibo will be available.
Okay.
And the original Splatoon Series Amiibo figures are compatible as well. Feeling
Cool.
artsy? If you submit your fresh drawings here, they might show up in battle stages and in the Accomplished Square. You can post to some of your social media sites too. Science truly is Squid's best friend. Also, food. Inklings love to grab a bite at Krusty Sean's place. Munch down on this stuff, and you'll get more points and money from battles.
Good. That's
That reminds me.
making me hungry actually. I haven't
Here
eaten
at the show,
properly today.
you can play locally with friends using their own Nintendo Switch consoles.
Okay.
You even get to pick any mode or stage you want. Most players at the show will likely use wireless multiplayer, but for more serious competitions, LAN play is also possible. I almost forgot to mention that the Inkling music scene is flourishing. You
The
play
fan
Squid
is
Beats
loud
too
in my
and time
computer.
your button presses
Sorry.
to the beat.
No, goodness. What is it? Single player mode. Okay. I don't really
Notice
care
this
too
manhole
much.
or,
I
squid hole
might
in the plaza?
try and
It leads
get
to the
into
home
it
of
this
the
time.
Octarians, arch nemesis of
But
the
I'm
Inklings.
promising to get myself into
Entering
get into
here will
a
put you
lot of
close to the
Nintendo series.
And alone against the
Recently
multitude of
Kirby, Yoshi
and an
maybe.
army of menacing Octarians.
I think you get
It's
it.
also a great place to learn the battle basics. You can take different weapons into battle and master their many uses and nuances in combat situations. Oh, and what's up with Marie? She looks awfully
Okay.
worried about something.
Yeah, Marie. Everyone's been talking about Marie.
Well, we've seen some fresh weapons, gear, and stages today. But what more can science offer us? How about some content updates?
Okay, let's have a listen.
New weapons are in development. Say hello to the Brella.
What?
Much like an umbrella, it offers both beauty and functionality. Press and hold the button to open it up and block enemy attacks.
That is
And if you
useful.
continue holding down the button, you can even do this. Of course, once used, you won't be able to open it for a while, so be careful.
Okay.
Plus, new special weapons are on the way.
Bubble blower.
And of course, new gear too. Fashion is a fickle beast after all.
Yes.
Over time, more stages will become available as well. Over at the lab, we're crazy excited to calculate the many ways this will change the game. Expect weapon, gear, and stage updates for around a year, along with 2 long years of Splatfests.
Around
I guess you could say
a
it'll
year.
stay fresh.
Cookies better than you
But
guys.
what is a Splatfest anyway? I'm sure some of you know them even better than me. These events split players into 2 sides and pit them against each other in 4-on-4 matches for a limited time.
Ice cream is better than
Splatfest
cake,
has a
I
polarizing
think.
theme, leaving players with one option: pick a side and compete to win in turf war. May the freshest team win. And for the first time, you can fight alongside your friends on the same team.
Oh, okay. This hope it is that's useful actually. If you can join online, it's
Before
much
you
more
go,
easier that
I have
way.
this little video for you. I don't know how or why it exists, and yet here it is.
Turn it up because the fan is getting a bit loud. What's this? Oh, we got a pop star just like Twintel. There's Twintel and Ribbon Girl. Party. Hold on. Yay. Party. Loud music and stuff. This is so much more modern. Definitely a better Splatoon. Oh, we've got this instead of all the annoying. Guess so. Wait, why is our producer freaking out? Read the teleprompter, man. Let's see here. Wait. It's just like... yes, 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 yes. What is it? What is it? Oh. So how will this work? And that's all the time we've got. Don't get cooked. Stay off the hook.
So, the question is, are you a cake connoisseur or an ice cream aficionado? Download the free demo on Nintendo eShop.
Next week!
Help prove your dessert of choice is the best on July 15th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time, 1 week before the game launches. Thanks for watching.
Okay, yes! That was good. I'm gonna give you some of my initial thoughts really quickly. So I think my favourite part is the Splat Fest. Although I was hoping for that, I did doubt it because we've already had a test fire. Now I'm not sure if it's going to be similar to the test fire. I'll check. Definitely. So I'm not going to get my hopes too high. Other than that, pretty cool. They just went over all the basics and getting all the questions out of the way. Other highlight, definitely seeing something about the Nintendo Switch online app. Hold on, did they name it actually? Let's see if I can find it. Just before that, pretty sure. Where is it? But I remember there's a leak about it being called Nintendo Switch Online Lounge, and I don't think it's real necessarily. Still pretty cool. Either way, that's something to be excited for. Definitely. They're talking about someone here, but I'll find it. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. Wait, what was it? They did reveal the UI. Okay, so it's just called Nintendo Switch Online. So that's the UI. Pretty cool. Very basic. that was kind of what I was expecting, looking at how the Switch, all the UIs for everything for the Switch seems to be set out. It seems to be very Microsoft, I could say, like Microsofty, but more red and black, and icons aren't all squares, icons are circles, sort of idea thing. Yep. So no, and here now. This is DWFrozen signing out.